Before, when I didn't know this rule, what I would do is every run for me was all out run. You know what I'm saying? Like we out here, we running, like we running away from some. The reality is not every run has to be all out runs. How I fell in love with running was time that I actually started to treat running as an actual sport. And I did that by investing in good running shoes, doing my research. When I started to spend time to find good routes to run on, it really helped me because before, what I would do is if I was running 4 miles, I would just go out on the street, run 2 miles away from my house and 2 miles back. And the problem with that is the runs started to get repetitive, and most of the time the runs were on the street. It was really hard to keep a steady pace going because every time I would encounter a red light, I would have to stop. I know at the time it felt good because I was getting tired during the run and stopping at the red light meant a break. But in reality, every time I stop now, it feels worse because once I develop a tempo and I have to stop, it actually ruins my rhythm. Also, when I started to run on trails, it felt really good because I felt connected with nature. There's a lot of trees, there's a very narrow trail, and you just feel this natural adrenaline rush come to you. I'm not gonna lie, at first it was a bit scary because you never know if there's a lion or if there's a snake that's gonna come out of the bush. Trail runs were definitely fun, and just to stay on the safe side, find yourself a running buddy because if there's 2 of you, you're less likely to get in trouble with the animals. Just saying. Joining run clubs really helped me because what I found out is when you run with a big crowd of people, the run is completely different. And also I noticed that it's easier to push yourself. So for example, during my hard runs, I would go run with a running group, and it helped me because I was able to push myself more than I could push myself if I was just running by myself. The biggest thing that helped me stay consistent with running is setting myself a goal. So at the current moment, one of my goals is to run a sub 3-hour marathon. So what that means is running 26.2 miles at a pace of 6 minutes and 50 seconds per mile. So once I set myself that goal, it became easier to do my workouts and go on daily runs. Lessons that running taught me. Running taught me long-term mentality. When I set myself a goal, you see, in 1 month, I'm not gonna be better. At the end of the day, it's gonna take me 2 years to reach this goal. So it taught me this big lesson that anything that you want to get great at, it takes a lot of time. And one thing that it has helped me is that in life, there's a lot of times that we set ourselves goals, and the thing that's holding us back from reaching our goals is not staying consistent. Running taught me that consistency gets results. And yes, that means going every day on your run that you know you're supposed to be doing, overcoming the mind because sometimes you don't want to go on that run. So it taught me this lesson that despite not wanting to do it, because I have this greater goal set for myself, I have to go and do it. A great lesson that running has taught me is you have to fall in love with the process. For example, if you want to get a six-pack and the only thing that you like is having that six-pack abs, then you're not going to get there because you have to fall in love with the process. You have to like what you're doing on that daily basis. Otherwise, it's going to be a misery for you reaching that goal. Something that helped me stay on track with my runs is learning about this methodology called 80-20 rule. 80% of your runs should be easy and only 20% of your runs should be hardcore and all-out type of run. Before, when I didn't know this rule, what I would do is every run for me was all-out run. You know what I'm saying? Like we out here, we running, like we running away from some. The reality is not every run has to be all-out runs. You have to dedicate your easy runs, and easy runs means a run where you're just chilling. You can run and you can have a conversation with somebody. That's what an easy run is. You can get technical with it and watch your heart rate monitor. I did that at first, and for me, my easy runs, it means running below 145 beats per minute. But I found it hard because there's a lot of variables that could change your heart rate. So what I found easier to keep track of is running at a pace where I'm not gasping for air and I can have a conversation with someone running next to me. That's the rule of 80-20, meaning that most of your runs should be easy. And then once or twice a week, you can have that, tempo run where you go on run faster than your usual runs. And finally, I'm gonna talk about why I love running. Every time I go for a run, well, actually not every time, but most of the times, my best ideas come from running. When I go for a run, a magic door that gets unlocked, and that door is just full of ideas just blasting at you. There have been times where I've stopped running, I've gone back home, written my idea down on the journal just so I don't forget it, because they're that magical. The second reason why I love running is because it's a great time for me to spend time alone and reflect on my day. After having a stressful day at work or at school, running really helps me with reflecting on all the decisions that I made. Think if I'm having a bad day, just reflecting on what made me upset. Usually when I have like a stressful day or my mind is just overloaded with ideas, I go on a run and I don't listen to music because it helps me reflect. On the other hand, if I'm having an amazing day and it's my time for a run, I blast some music on. It helps me with keeping the momentum going. Last reason why I love running is because it's a great form of cardio. You see, I run 40 miles a week. So what that means is I can eat whatever I want and still be in shape.
Delicious.
Dessert on the table, I don't hold back. I go all out, and the cool part is that I know that when I go back home, I'm gonna be running 8 miles and it's gonna burn it all out. If you made it to the end of this video, what are some reasons that are holding you back from running? Also, if you're already a runner and enjoy running, what are some reasons why you run? Thank you and have a wonderful day.